Welcome, Uliana. How are you?
Thank you. I'm amazing. Thank you. How are you?
Thank you very much. I'm very good. We were just talking about your cousin before starting to record.
Actually, as I told you, we are going for a concert of
Yeah,
Thomas Anders from
no, I don't
Modern
know.
Talking.
Probably I
Modern
know
Talking.
because I'm not good with names. I'm good with face.
Ah, yeah. It's Modern Talking. This ones who sing Cherry Cherry
Oh, I know.
Lady.
Yeah, I know it.
No
Yeah,
face, no
okay.
name, no number. Yeah, it's him actually, and we both like him. And I was like, I want to go to this concert, but I don't want to go alone.
Hmm.
And then I remember that she's going to be 16 when the concert will be, and I was like, finally, let's do it. I asked her, she asked her parents, they allowed her. So amazing. And Poland actually close to Ukraine, so she doesn't have to fly alone.
Yeah, I know. She lives in Poland or she lives in Ukraine?
No, she lives in Ukraine in my hometown.
But you are very close to Poland, close to the
Yeah,
border.
yeah, one region apart. So
Oh,
3, 4 hours max, you are on the border. So
so it is just concert. You'll stay there for a while, then come back.
yeah, we're going back on Monday. So
Oh,
just for a weekend.
oh, very good. Cool. So,
Yeah.
um, here is the thing. We had our conversation 6 months ago. Do you remember the first one?
Yes,
Tango Mingo
I
Talks,
do.
and you are my first guest. Thank you very much. Again, for this
Yeah.
one, you are my first guest, and thank you very much again. So it has been
You're
six
welcome.
months. Just I like to know what happened or what changed in your life in this 6 months. About I know you're around 20, 21, 22,
22. Yeah.
22. Did you get more mature?
Depends, difficult to say because, usually you're not seeing everything just by yourself. Usually someone on the side can see more about you. Not
Yeah.
always, but still. So for the major changes is just that we moved finally with my boyfriend
Yeah.
separately.
In a house.
Yes, in a
Oh,
flat.
very good. In fact, okay.
And I did a bit of break from tango. I still go to social sometimes,
Mhm.
but yeah. First, I changed it to Latin ballroom dance for
Ballroom
solo.
dance.
Yeah, ballroom Latin,
Oh,
like rumba, samba, cha-cha, but still didn't work for a long time. Now I just took a break, and yes, because I decided I need some more time for myself, kind
you
of.
didn't like it? Is something like that, or because of
No, I
some other
did
reason?
just I was changing job, the schedule, as I told you, I was working till so late, and
Yeah,
personally for me, sleep is so much important,
yeah.
and if I just don't sleep enough one night, it's already like consequences for a few days. Imagine not sleeping enough for 4 months.
I am the same. Yeah.
Like you can imagine, and mostly all I wanted is just to be in peace and quiet. Yeah. And sometimes I felt even so much frustration, how you call it. Even just
Yeah.
to take a shower was already kind of destination. Like it
Wow.
was really, really
So
hard.
all these issues resolved now. Are you happy about your
Mm,
work life?
happier.
Yeah,
Uh,
happy, not perfect.
yeah.
It could be better.
Actually, I'm so happy that we moved because finally you've got your own space, not just a room.
Yeah.
Like that makes much less stress. Yeah, we still have to change lots of stuff because we're changing everything, but still it's much less stress than, when you
Yeah,
don't have
I
your
know
own
what you mean.
space. Yeah. And also I'm changing my job as well again.
Again.
I don't know how will it be. All I know that it's gonna be just less late shift, just
Yeah.
till midnight. So hope it's gonna be amazing and I will be able to make my routine
You
because
are
I think
trying
that's
to build
important
a
as
routine
well.
for yourself.
Yeah,
Very
for
well.
myself.
But I guess
Yeah,
you did the first part. The first part, you are with your partner
yeah,
in a house, and I think it's already fixed many things. I don't know.
yeah, it did.
Yeah.
And actually,
It should bring
Yeah.
some relaxation, you know?
Yeah, it does actually, but I'm an anxious person, so I can
I
be
know.
in perfect conditions. I will still be anxious about something. So not that easy actually.
Not that easy. In which sense?
Yeah. As I told you, even in perfect conditions, I can be quite anxious still about even tiny thing or even big thing, especially as I told you before, in real life, in Eastern Europe, you've got this thing that you have to have everything as early as possible. Like, for example, we are not just 22, we already 22.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter are you man or woman, but especially if you are a woman, like
So
I
why
think the
is it
most
like this?
common thing it can be from grandparents or some aunties or some neighbors. Like when I was your age, I already had two kids.
We have the same here, but not that much anxious. I mean here
Yeah,
in Turkey. Uh,
yeah.
so is it always like this in Ukraine or is it
Of course, it depends on a family, but mostly it does. Like even if you see young generation, it's already stress a problem. Oh my God, I'm still not doing the job of my life at 22. Like it's too late. I need to do everything at the same time straight away. I need like money now. I need to build a house. I need a business. I need to get married, kids, everything. Like it feels so much pressure. Of course, nobody wants to get married at 20, but I mean,
But
generally.
my observation says that it is opposite, to be honest. You know,
Uh,
people are getting married lately, in late 20s. In early, maybe in 1970s or 80s,
mm,
they were getting married in when they were teens, let's say 18,
mhm.
19, maybe 20, 21. But now people are getting married maybe 29, maybe after 30.
Yeah, now mostly it's like this, but it's not about getting married. Maybe I told the wrong thing.
Yeah.
But for example, even not about marriage, uh, lots of people, I know for some of my friends, when they see that, for example, one of their friends is in a relationship, another one gets married. Some of my group mates already have children. Like they
I
get
think this
married,
is
already
special
having children.
to some
Yeah.
certain age. Yeah, I
Yeah.
felt something similar when I was 26, 27. I thought that I need to marry because I am getting very close to 30. Then in my 35, I said, oh, again, I need to get married because I'm getting very close to my 40s. I think this looks a bit psychological, or your
Yeah.
perception of time, or your perception of yourself with the time.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, because like public pressure, I think that's the
Yeah,
biggest
I know.
question, especially in Eastern
But
Europe,
in
because
UK, I don't think that there's much public pressure. People are very individualist. They will not care who you are. They will care who you are, but they will not care about what age you are or what
yeah,
job you have.
depends. For example,
Depends,
in
really.
UK, here what I like that no one actually cares.
Yeah, they don't
Like
care. No one cares.
yeah, even if you're 40s and you're still barista, it's okay. Here everything's okay. But for example, in my country, like I'm not talking about people you don't know, but for example, your family members or like neighbors, it's always, for example, you have like a Christmas or something, you'll always hear a questions, do you have a boyfriend? When are you getting married? If you have a boyfriend, why you don't get married? If you are married, why you don't have kids? Let's have a kid. Oh, you've got a kid. When you're gonna have the second one? And like it's always they find something like this. And
So you don't like this structure, correct?
yes, and not
Or
only I don't
building or
like,
making your life a kind of sequence of events. You don't like it.
yeah, it's not only about me, it's in general. Like imagine, for example, you've got a married couple and
Yeah.
they don't have kids. Maybe they've got problems with it and they spending so much money, so much years, they hoping to for a pregnancy for such a long time and every time to hear a question why you don't have babies yet, like imagine. It's not
Yeah.
only about this, but the most
No, no, I got you. I got
common example. Yeah. Or for example, Some of them like do something about, for example, oh, you put on weight or you lost weight. Like even about this, like we care so much. That's why you see Eastern Europeans, even they just go to throw rubbish. She's always with the makeup, the best dress, accessories. She's always best of the best because here like feels
Because of
pressure.
the public judgment.
Kind of, because in Soviet Union, actually, you will see that lots of people they really care what other people say.
Oh, this looks very this doesn't look clever to me.
Yeah, it's
This doesn't
collective
look very
trauma.
genius. Yeah, it makes you down actually. It makes you
Yeah,
think about everything. It makes you
of
anxious.
course. Like it's not about being stupid. It's, as I told you, it's collective trauma
Yeah.
because in Soviet Union, maybe generally you know what is it about, but
Yeah, I know
it
it.
was mostly about dictatorship. And as I know, even your own family could like betray you to tell the communists like that, for example, you speak in not Russian language and your native language or something like this, like you never know. So you people always used to care what other people say. They tried not to do anything extra.
Yeah.
It comes about everything, even clothes, spending money, earning money. Like you couldn't have anything yours. So basically, that's not that funny. And like, yeah, the times are changing, but to change your mind is much more
Yeah, it
difficult.
has been 30 years, but it seems that still we have those cultural remainings. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It hasn't changed yet. So
Yeah.
do you think that
And
all these, I see the distinction between West Europe and East Europe.
mhm,
Mostly, it is mostly about the attitude or being happy
mhm,
or anger. You know, I my I don't want to generalize, but I see it. This is my
mhm,
observation.
yeah,
Westerns are more smiling than Eastern Europeans.
yeah,
Eastern Europeans, they don't smile much. I don't know why.
yeah,
They should smile. For example, I am from
yeah.
Turkey. I'm
Hmm.
from a sunny city.
Hmm.
They always love smile. They make friends so easily. I don't make friends so easily, but they make friends so
Yeah,
easily. So, but for northern people, they don't make friends so easily. They don't smile a lot, and I feel anger.
yeah.
It's correct. Also anxious. They are
Uh,
anxious. Yeah.
yes.
Is it
It
because
can
of
be
this
explained.
Soviet regime? Do you think so?
Not only, as I noticed,
Maybe it is cultural, not coming from
mm,
political regime.
I think mostly, yeah, is because I don't know about other countries, but I think not only Ukraine, generally Eastern Europe. For example, the biggest loss during the Second World War was in Eastern Europe, especially in
Yeah,
Ukraine, like millions of people.
yeah.
And these dictatorships and the stuff, like as I know, it's even psychologically proved that it's kind of this collective trauma, it can even be in your DNA, something like this.
Really?
I'm
What?
not strong with the scientific
No, I know what you mean.
vocabulary,
It
but
is epigenetic. It is named it's not in
yes,
your DNA, but since your enzymes or your RNA
yeah,
highly affected from the environment, it affects the functionality of your DNA. It's not the DNA definition itself. I know what you mean. Yeah.
uh, yes, and first because of this, and you know, yeah, to be like unique, to create something, to have something yours, it was something that was not existing because it was just like what is communism? You've got a government, you've got a uh, yeah, you've got a job, you work, that's it. For example, even my grandparents were telling me that, for example, if somebody's got a car in the village, it was so much problem because they were asking, how did you get the car? Where did you take the money? Because everyone was poor. Like
Yeah.
everyone's got
Everyone should stay
the
poor.
same furniture, yeah, the same clothes. It wasn't that much choice. So it was because of this. And I remember even when I was a child, you know what is a child like? I could smile from anything or
Yeah.
do whatever I wanted to. as a child you don't care that much, and that's I
Yeah.
think what adults are having lack of. And I was hearing like, why are you smiling or laughing? Uh, we've got even a saying that if you laugh without a reason, it means that you are crazy. Like,
Really?
uh, it sounds better in my own language, but it's difficult for me to translate it, in the proper way. But
Yeah.
the sense it means like this, and
So there is
maybe
no free individualism. Yeah, there is no individualism.
um, now there is, but for example, younger generation adapts faster. But
Yeah.
the older you are, the more difficult it is to adapt. So, for example, for older generation, it's much more difficult, not because of they are stupid, just
Okay. Here's the
you know what
question
I
then. Do you feel that you belong to the old regime or old generation or the old culture or the new one, the transition one?
mean. I think
One, are you close?
my truly self belongs to definitely new one, but I think I've got this old background
Yeah,
still, and it influences me so much.
I agree.
Uh, for example, even the same like to show your uniqueness or individualism. Like, yeah, for example, I don't care what people think about me when I put some extraordinary clothes or makeup. That's okay. But for example, if it comes to some projects, for example, to start, I don't know, your own business, for example, personally, I've got here so much problems. Like, I keep thinking that I still need to learn more to earn more money to start something. I need more imagination or something like that. Like with this, there is a still
So this is
problem.
coming from your old culture, but you feel that you belong to the new one.
Kind of, yes.
Yeah.
Like, for
So
example,
what is
I've
the
got the ideas I want to show the world, something like that. But when it comes to making it real, like I can keep struggling. I'm,
No, no, I got
I
it.
can
So
see my fear.
can you give me an example? So let's say there's an event or there is a way of acting, and you think that, oh, this is my style, and the previous generation doesn't have it.
Okay. Do
You
you
don't need to remember
remember
it. Yeah, if you have
even,
one.
sorry?
If you have one, you don't need to remember it. If you have
Yeah,
one.
I do have. Even on previous podcasts, I told you that I started to write a book.
Yeah, I know it. You have written half of it.
Yeah, even less than half of it because I decided there are going to be three or four of them.
Oh,
So
okay.
actually, it's half of the first one. And basically, I can see that the idea is marvelous. Like if I started to explain the idea, the development of the character, it could be a podcast for 5 hours just for the
Okay.
book. But like, and the idea is really strong, especially for today's world, today's times. Uh, it's so marvelous, and even to write, when I see what I did, it makes me feel like wow.
Hmm.
But on the other side, I still feel like, oh, who's gonna read this? Nobody's going to be interested. I need to promote it something or something like that, or I don't know how to publish or something. But of course, like, let's see, my new self, she thinks that that's no problem. Even if you don't know, you can always learn.
Yeah,
Like, especially now with AI and lots of stuff, like, it's
yeah,
not a problem at all. Now it's much easier, especially in United Kingdom, like, Britain, the same as United States, they are quite mm, opened for any creativities. Like,
yeah.
is it film industry or publishing, anything? And basically, but sometimes your fear is stronger than your desires. Depends how much. And actually, that's one of the reasons I started a therapy.
Hmm. You started. You are having some therapies.
Like at the moment, I stopped it, but generally in my life, that's was one of the reasons.
Okay. Can I ask?
So basically, there is nothing like, I don't know, tragic. because I'm not doing any medicines,
Okay.
because it's just psychology session, nothing more.
Okay.
Just at the moment I stopped it because I'm still looking for for proper psychologists, because it's not enough just to find an expert. You have to trust
Yeah.
this expert, because I think I just realized it a few weeks ago that that was one of the biggest things that made my development a bit slower than I expected. That because I didn't trust that much to psychologists I had before.
Okay.
Like I
Are
went to them
you
like to
seeing your
exam.
psychologist in person or online?
I was seeing as in person as online,
Yeah. Yeah.
but now mostly online because I moved already to UK.
Okay.
And actually, yes. So you have to trust, because like I used to go like to exam. Like it doesn't have to be like this, because you're working with for example, with the traumas or with something you told no one. Like
Yeah.
how can you do it with a person you don't trust?
Yeah. Do you think that do you have some traumas?
Everyone has it actually.
No, not everyone has it. No,
Uh,
some people have.
okay, 99% actually have it, because usually when people hear a word trauma, they think about the worst thing ever. Like, I don't know, somebody went through the war, or
Yeah.
very like cruel assault or something like that. It doesn't have to be like this. For example, if you have a baby and the baby is crying and you didn't react in the same second, just 1 minute later, it's already a trauma. Like,
Really?
yeah,
Oh, this is a
the first five
very
years.
broad definition of trauma.
Yes, of course, it doesn't mean that it broke the life of the baby, no, but still, like, not every trauma is so huge,
I got it.
but
Okay.
still.
So
And
can I say that you are trying to overcome your trauma by just having these sessions, or is it something else?
yeah, usually, like, I'm not sure if overcome is the right word. I think the main purpose is to heal,
Okay.
so it's not gonna bother you. Of course, like, nobody's gonna be perfect. You're still gonna have sometimes fear or anxiety, but there is one thing when you can't control it, and another thing when you control it, when you realize, okay, now I'm anxious, but actually, do I have real reasons to be anxious? No. And when you don't deny it, for example, your anxiety, but you don't get dissolved in this anxiety, that's the different thing. That's what therapy helps you with.
So you are trying to heal it and maybe control it, maybe disappear, make it disappear.
It's not gonna disappear.
It's not
Like,
good. Wow, this is very pessimistic. I
it's
think
not about
I,
pessimistic. It's the same like somebody says, I forgot my ex. Like, do you
I got
have,
you. Okay.
I don't know,
You have the
dementia
point.
or something that you forgot?
Yeah,
Like,
you have
it's
a
the
good point.
same. I mean, you're gonna remember what happened with you, but you're not gonna react on it so much. That's what I meant.
It's a very clever sentence. Agreed. Yeah. So does it affect you a lot, or does it have a huge impact in your life?
Trauma.
Yeah. Or your psychological condition at the moment.
Mhm. As I told you, it does. Like, not that big as before, but it still has. As I told you, an example with a book.
Yeah.
Yeah. And especially when now, as I told you, I've got even sleep problems for the last few months because of the late shifts. And, it just makes it everything like bigger.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like the end of the world that I'm not saying that I'm in the very bad condition or something. No, just mm,
Okay.
I'm
So
learning to
then here is my
accept what
question.
happened.
Here is my question to you. Are you optimistic about your life?
Depends. I'm a woman, my mood changes like this.
How it relates to being a woman? It is a very general question.
Mhm.
Are you optimistic about your
Mhm.
life or your future or your
Okay.
tomorrow? Let's ask this question like this. Are you optimistic about your the following month? We are about to finish February. Are you optimistic about March?
Yes.
Ah, yeah, then you're
About March, I am, because actually, as I told you, I'm changing a job. Finally, spring is coming. Because I noticed that, for example, winter time is after Christmas. It's kind of not depressive period, but kind of stagnation, or how you call it.
especially in the UK with the
Yeah,
gray
especially in the
weather.
UK.
Yeah,
Yeah, like lots of rains, cold. Like all I want to do is just lie in my bed under the blanket, eat something, maybe listen some music, watch series, or just go away to warmer countries just to rest on the beach. All I want to do. But when spring is coming, especially summer, like you feel more desire to live actually, and of
I
course you
know.
do
I
more.
know
You're
that
more
feeling. Yeah.
optimistic, you're more
You wake
enthusiastic.
up better.
Yeah,
You have a better mood when you wake up.
yeah,
I don't know. It is the same for me, but this is the same for me. When spring comes, when winter is finished, especially in the UK, because of
yeah,
the sunlights, I feel
yeah.
better. Yeah, whenever I wake up, I feel really, really better. Yeah. So
Yeah,
how is the weather in Ukraine? Is it sunny or maybe similar to the UK because it's at the north
not that
compared to the
much
Turkey?
because it's actually it has all the four seasons. For example,
Oh,
this winter it's one of the coldest winters for the last I think 10, 20 years because now it's global warming coming
yeah.
and lots of the things. So we didn't have that cold winter for a long time. Last winter, like when we had minus 20 degrees, it was when I was
Oh,
8 maybe.
-20. Oh my God.
Yeah, and because now it's minus 20, lots of snow, like till your ribs, actually, sometimes. And especially now more difficult because of the war condition.
Yeah, I know.
As I told you, sometimes people have no lights, no electricity for days.
Yeah, I know.
So it has influence. But actually, spring is much warmer, depends, because sometimes it could be cold till May, but sometimes already end of March, and you can go just in your dress, lovely. So it depends. Summer is usually quite warm, even hot. It can be 25, 30 degrees,
Mm,
sometimes even more. It depends. And autumn is mostly like here, just less raining. Can be
yeah.
till October, even till the middle of October,
Mm.
quite warm. You can still go sometimes
So you have
just
all
in
the seasons. Very
dresses.
good.
Yeah, but still it can change a bit. But we have all the four seasons.
Happy for you. But you mentioned that you mentioned about the war. Now I remember that you are still
Yeah,
in the war with Russia. So how are the
yeah,
things there now? I know something, and you also told me what's going on, but I
yeah.
like to hear you at the moment.
Mhm.
How is the thing? How are the things there now?
Okay, actually, I do not know that much in details because I don't
Okay.
read news on purpose. So actually, there is still war. Of course, the worst is for the east and south region
Okay.
because here is where exactly they have a front
It's
line.
already occupied.
Yeah,
East and south. Yeah.
east.
And Crimea.
South not that much occupied, but the biggest amount of attacks is on south
Yeah.
because it's the most strategically important region, like the access to the Black Sea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why, as I told, now they struggling with the light and electricity because they keep bombing the light stations and electric stations. Uh, but still, especially, it's not that good for man because, as I told you, if you are a man, citizen of Ukraine, if you just walk around the streets, militaries can just come, take you by force, and you're already on the training, military training,
Wow. This
and
is very
then question
harsh.
of time when they're gonna send you to frontline. Yeah, and as I told you, uh, I'm not sure 100%. I'm just telling all I heard that sometimes soldiers, they are buying equipment and all they need on their own, so government doesn't give everyone everything. So
So
that's
they,
why people keep volunteering,
yeah,
because yeah, to support the soldiers, because they're just like civil people like us.
yeah,
Some of them went by force, some of them went because they wanted to. So, but as you say, people keep surviving. They not gonna give up.
yeah,
But still, that's a difficult question because lots of people say, why don't you make a peace agreement? Like, on the one side, yes, it would be a good idea because lots of people are dying for what? Um, uh, and on the other side, if you read a history, and you will see that to make a peace agreement with Russia, it means nothing, actually.
yeah. They always break the agreement. It's something
Yeah,
like this.
and
Yeah,
they will just take a break to prepare a battle and to occupy you again. And as I know from Russian television, you can, if you are interested, even check some Russian television programs when they say that they're not going to stop on Ukraine. They want to go
to
to
the
Berlin
end.
again. Yeah, you know, lots of people after Second World War in Europe, they say never again, and
Yeah,
Russians say that we can repeat actually.
yeah,
So, I remember even my great grandmother, she used to tell that she was, I don't know, she wasn't even 10 years old when the Second World War was,
yeah.
but she told that when Germans occupied us, like nobody touched them. Everything like was peaceful. Nobody touched them. But when Soviet army started to free
Occupation.
their land, yeah,
Yeah,
it was much worse.
yeah.
Much worse. They could uh, they could take all of your food or property, occupy like just because they want to. They could get drunk. They could beat you, even rape, whatever.
No,
That's lots of stories like this actually. So that's why you know every normal person never gonna trust Russians. I mean, as a politics. Because of course I know some Russian people and I'm not gonna hate all of them, of course.
yeah, individuals. You
Still,
cannot include the individuals, but as a
yeah, yeah.
politics of a
Still,
Russian state, yeah, you can say anything. It's all right. If this
yeah,
is your observation and your judgment, you have to right to say it. Say it, just say it.
yeah.
Wow. I'm sorry for that, to be honest.
Thank you.
So, how did you come to the UK? Is it related to this war? Because I know that you arrived here because of war, but I don't know all details.
Yeah, actually, uh, I went to the UK. First, my time was before the war.
Yeah,
Because, as I told you, some of my family is long time here for 10, 20, and more years. So I had a visa before.
yeah.
And my first time was just to visit my father, my grandma, to see London. So just for this. And my second time, it
Your
was,
father lives in London.
yeah.
Okay.
And my second time was actually 1 month after when the war started. Just it started 24th of February, and I went 25th of February. But it took me almost 1 week to get.
To be here, it took you 1 week to be here.
Yeah, because as I told earlier, I was waiting at the border 3 days and nights
Okay.
um, in the queue because
So
lots of people were
how did you
going.
start to come? So how did that start? Let's say that war started and your family knew that there's a war now,
Uh,
and it means that some of the family members will leave the Ukraine, and
mhm.
now you left, but I don't know the whole details. So how that started?
Okay, actually, I didn't even know about it because I found out later that it's been months before people were talking about the possibility of Russians attack. on us, like fully scale attack. But as I told you, I'm not reading and watching news on purpose to
Okay.
avoid
Yeah, I
stress.
know.
Yeah. And I didn't even know about it. And the morning of the 24th of February, I just went to the park for a training 6 a.m. as usual with my personal trainer. Like I didn't know at all. I was so calm, relaxed, like usual, like normal day. And I found out about the war from other people who were in the park. They were talking.
Yeah.
First, I thought like, well, what the hell are you talking about? Like, is it again kind of scam or fake news or something? But after I finished my training, it was a first air alarm I heard. But still, I was so calm. I just went home to my mom and I was like, Mom, is it true? She's like, yes. I was like, and what should we do? She's like, okay, now I have some work to do, so I'm not gonna be at home at the moment. So you just go to the shop. You have to buy some stuff. I wrote you down here. I went. I was so calm. But when I went the same morning, half a shop was empty. It was a huge supermarket, like Tesco here. You've got Morrison's. Half of this was empty. People were so panicking. But I don't know. I was so relaxed, like a normal day.
People
Maybe
were
because
stocking the foods. Is it something like this?
yeah, not stealing, but buying in advance
No, I mean
because nobody
stocking,
knew it's gonna be
stocking.
war.
Yeah, stocking, buying. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 like a lot. It was okay. And even that day was okay. Just at the night, I was so anxious because um, I was a student at the time, and my group mates were chatting half a night, like
Yeah.
about, oh my God, my uncle works in a military, and they said that they're gonna attack us this night. I was like, come on. Okay, if I was with my current mind, of course I wouldn't even read it because, like, how can you know? Like, even if you turn on your logic, like, it's a military secret. You cannot give this information just to the civils. Yeah, so nobody is gonna know, like, for sure. And then the only time I was anxious, and then next morning, my mom says maybe you should go to your father. I agreed with her. I asked her if she comes with me. She didn't want to. But
Yeah.
later still she came. Yeah. I went with my aunt.
Ah,
She was driving a car, so the plan was to go with her to Poland,
okay.
and from Poland to fly to United Kingdom actually. And as I told you, 3 days and nights waiting in the queue at the border. Then I asked the police to let me in. Uh, not by the car, just by feet, because I've got a flight.
Okay.
Yeah, then I went through the border. They let me in to Poland. There were lots of volunteers from different countries, actually. And I went to the bus. It was free buses to the nearest city of the border. It was Przemyśl.
Yeah.
I went there, and in Przemyśl, I already uh, went to Krakow with volunteers again. It was just two guys. Yeah, now keep thinking like how dangerous could it be? Because imagine two grown-up men and you alone, just with a one bag, your phone almost dead, and you go in with the strangers to Krakow in the very late evening. But still, everything was okay, thanks God. I spent the night in my cousin's flat. She used to live in Krakow for a long time. And next day, it was 1st of March, I already flew flat to London.
Yeah.
And
March.
this day was a strike, tube strike. So all underground is closed. It's raining. I've got no internet. My phone is almost dead. I remember I just asked a lady, random lady on the street, could you please give me a phone? I'll call my
Did she give?
family. Yeah. You know what is London? Every 6 minutes, somebody steals your phone.
Yeah.
And that's so big luck. And I'm so glad to her that she gave me that phone that time. I just called to my stepmom and she told me, how can I go? So I went by bus after this. and then I went by train to my father's house. Of course,
Finally.
I said to the wrong one first, but then I went back. Yeah, but I
Yeah.
managed. So after this, I'm not gonna scare anymore to go anywhere, like to any
You
country.
already had the most dangerous journey.
Yeah, not kind of dangerous, just not
I think
prepared.
it is dangerous, passing the Poland border and
Yeah, when you didn't know what's gonna
London alone.
happen. Yeah, and it was my first trip, like completely alone.
Yeah. How old were you at that time? Exactly.
18,
When is your birthday?
3rd of October.
3rd of October.
So I was just
Oh,
3 or 4
you were
months,
just,
like
yeah,
18.
18 until 2 or 3 months, something like that. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. So
yeah,
it has been 4 years, correct?
yeah,
Nearly 4 years. Yeah.
yeah,
So if you compare yourself now
yeah,
to that person, 4 years ago,
yeah. Hmm.
how was it? Is it going better?
It is actually.
Good,
Um,
happy for you.
I became more confident. Like, I still need to work with my confidence, but much more confidence than was before. For example,
I think you're a confident person. I know you more than 1 year. You look
thank you.
confident to me.
I
You look
appreciate
confident to
it.
me. I
So,
don't know why you are calling yourself not confident.
like, I am,
So
but
can
depends
say,
when.
say it again. Sorry.
I am, but depends on the situation. Sometimes I'm not that confident at all. So
Okay.
it
In
depends.
which situation you are not confident?
As I told you, when it comes to, for example, work, especially like opening your business or something like that,
Okay.
uh, mostly about this. Honestly, I even used to have how you say it? Yeah, I wasn't happy with the way I look.
The way you look. Why?
Yeah, like that's really strange because lots of girls always wanted to have a body like I have,
Yeah.
the to
You
have the
are tall,
hair,
and I
the
don't see any
face I
problem.
have, like everything by nature I've got amazing. Like maybe somebody's called me narcissist, but yeah, I'm considering myself as a beautiful person. Uh,
Now you are confident. You're overconfident.
yeah, and I always was so beautiful, and still I was not happy with it.
Why? Is it because of perfectionism or something?
Yes, it's because of perfectionism, and especially teenaging is the most stressful period usually when
Yeah.
you and I was so dependent on every single person's opinion about me that time. So now it's not that much, but still, for example, that was so stupid because one of my friends, not even enemies, friends, she
Yeah.
said that I put on weight. Have you seen me? You saw
Really?
me in real life, you danced with me. Like, okay, my biggest weight for my whole life was just 5 kilos more than I have now. And I'm tall, so it's not gonna look that big difference. And I started to think that, oh my God, I put on weight. It can't be like this. Like, Jesus Christ. And
People can have different perception. You know, it should be
yeah,
all right, but I don't think that you have weights, more weights. I know you. You are very
yeah.
strong.
Now I don't care about it at all, actually. But still, before I was so on
But you
it.
shouldn't you shouldn't let people's talk have an effect on you.
Sorry, can you repeat the question,
You,
please?
you shouldn't let people have an impact on your psychology or
Now
your
I agree with
option of
it.
understanding yourself.
Yeah, but when you're a teenager and you are not that much confident and strong,
Ah,
of
this happened
course.
years ago. Okay, okay. I thought that it happens in these
Yeah,
days.
but it's not now. Now the only thing I was worried about is about my skin, but still, and mostly it's not about the way I look. Yeah, uh, basically.
So you arrived here 4 years ago, probably
Yeah.
1st of March. So what did you do then? You just started to study or find a job or try to settle down?
Okay, as I told you earlier, I was already a student in Ukrainian university, so now I'm officially a Bachelor of English Philology and Literature,
Ah,
and I
okay.
can be a teacher of secondary school.
Oh, very good.
Yes.
Well,
So I continued my education online because lots
okay.
of people emigrated, so they did online education. First, I thought I'm gonna be here just 2, 3 months, no more. But then I realized that it's gonna be longer. And then I realized that I need to start finding a job. And of course, I found my first job was very first job. It was in dry cleaning. I was just ironing the shirts.
Yeah.
Mm. And the second job, it wasn't for a long, just for 1, 2 months each. After this, I used to be sales assistant in a tiny shop, like
Hmm.
these souvenir shops.
Yeah, I know it.
And
Yeah.
then my first proper job was a barista. Uh, yeah. And when I started barista, first it was amazing because first like proper salary,
Yeah.
it's really good because your own money, you know, you don't have to ask your parents about money or anyone else. It was amazing, but it was difficult because full-time job and education, it was so difficult.
You were doing both of them together. Okay.
Yeah, and actually, of course, I didn't visit that much lectures or
Yeah.
seminars. So mostly I appeared just in the end of the semester just to pass exams or tasks because I physically couldn't do more. And as I told you, I knew since the first day that I'm not gonna work as a teacher.
Why? You
So
can work. Why?
I just chose a degree because, I was 16 when I finished the school and you have to do something like
Yeah.
what? Of course, I went to study. I wanted to be an interior designer, but in my
Really
city there
design.
weren't any university who studies design.
Yeah.
So I was applying to university in another city, but it's going to be much more expensive because I would have to pay for rent, for materials because designer you have to paint and painting it's always expensive.
Yeah.
And my parents say if you're gonna pass for how you call it, it's not a loan when the government pays for your education. How you call it?
A
Yeah.
stipend?
Okay.
Stipend
Yeah.
or yeah.
Yeah, something like this. So when you pass for it, you can study. If no, sorry, choose something in your city. I didn't pass it. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's why since that my favorite joke is that people should be grateful to me that I'm not gonna attack Poland after this. Yeah, because you know about famous artist who wasn't accepted to art school.
No, I don't know. Tell me.
Do you know? Don't you know? Adolf Hitler. He
Oh,
used to be famous. I saw his jobs, like not jobs, his paintings. They were actually so good. And he was applied to art school, but he wasn't accepted. And I don't remember how. And then later he
maybe you should
started.
have been
What
accepted.
we know. Yeah.
If he was accepted, maybe there would be no war.
I know it's not because of this. Of course, he didn't start the war just because of this, but I just made a joke from this.
I know. I got it. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
So, oh my God, such a such a long story for a person who is 22. Wow.
Seriously.
Yeah, I think this
Yeah.
this is a lot.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, this looks heavy for someone 18 years old, you know?
Maybe.
No, it's
When
not.
I was applying, I was just 16, let's remember.
When you were what?
When I was applying to university, I was
Ah, okay.
16
So
because I
why is it
started school
16?
in
Normally
11.
people applying to university when they are 18, at least in Turkey.
Okay, first we've got 11 grades of school,
Ah, we
and
have 12.
students go at 6 years. But as I was born in October, I was 5 when I started my school. Of course, some parents they wait until the child is 7 when it's conditioned like mine, but you can't even imagine how grateful I am to my family for this decision because the year I was graduating from school, it was the last year when math was not the main subject to pass. Because I could have a choice history or math. I'm so bad with math, so of course I chose history.
Why are you
Yeah,
so bad in math? Math is fun actually.
because I'm more, there are, I think, 7
Yeah.
types of your
Personality.
intelligence,
Yeah. Intelligent.
and mostly schools are developing two. It's mathematical one and linguistic, and mine kind of is linguistic. So I was always better with languages, literature, history, painting, of course, something like this. Foreign languages. That's why I chose English because it was easy for me, and English is always useful, no matter what you're gonna do. That's why I chose it. But actually, I
Oh.
do not regret.
So you said, I, oh, I got you. So here is the question. You said that there are 7 types of intelligence. Do you know all of them?
Uh, I'll try to remember, as I told you, mathematical, linguistic,
Yeah.
kinesthetic.
Ah,
Kinesthetic,
body.
it's,
Is about
yeah,
body.
body, it's for professional sport,
Athletic
something
or
like that.
sport. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And music,
Musical,
probably. Musical.
musical, yes. Kind of
Social, maybe.
existential, how you call it? Like these kind of intelligence usually have people who are philosophers or
Ah.
something like this. They like to think about a question of life and death, something like this, you know, uh, kind of difficult to say in English, not biological or natural, something like this. Like when the person is interested in biology, in
Ah, I got
nature,
you.
something
Okay.
like this.
Okay.
And it
So
was one more.
is it
You know,
social
kind
or
of social,
emotional?
yeah, when
Maybe
you communicate
emotional.
with
Yeah.
psychologists, teachers,
So
uh
you
yeah,
are you have intelligence in linguistics, or correct?
yeah, yeah,
Is this why maybe this is the reason why you are writing a book or novel?
actually yes. I'm kind of creative person, so yes.
So can I ask some details about your book? Because this will be published. Maybe you don't like to talk about it.
uh of course I would. I like to talk because actually I don't think somebody knows at least a part of the
Okay.
information about the book.
Yeah, okay.
Even my family, even my boyfriend doesn't know. He just knows generally that I'm writing a book. What is it about? He doesn't know. And I don't tell anyone that much, but I can tell you if you're
No,
interested.
no, I will not ask here. Then I like to skip it, Let's keep it private. I will ask you in person.
Okay, as you wish. No
No,
worries,
it
because it's
seems
gonna be a long story.
no, yeah, I know, but it seems that you didn't tell anyone. So I don't want to make it revealed here. So if you didn't tell anyone, your
Mhm.
boyfriend, your family, maybe it will be better to hear from your voice, in your personal interaction.
Maybe. Yes, I agree.
So, but I can ask some questions. When did you start to write? Or,
When I was
yeah,
first year of my uni,
hmm, is
so
it
kind of 5
16?
years ago,
Yeah,
yeah. Because actually, how it started, I've got friends, and uh, it was just, we had nothing to do. We were like, it was 3 of us,
yeah,
and we were like, let's write a novel. Could be even short one,
yeah.
and let's see who's gonna write it better.
Okay,
The only person who finished it was one of my friends. We don't talk anymore. Like
yeah,
nothing personal. He did nothing. We are not in argument. Just, sometimes it happens.
yeah.
He finished it. It was short. I don't remember the details, but it was nice. It was about the teacher in university and his student.
Okay,
I don't remember shortly, but he finished it. He did it. Like,
Okay.
he said he did it. Another my friend, he started, but he finished even before getting started. So he didn't do it, as I know. And
Okay.
I started it, but I'm perfectionist. It has to be something huge. It has to be bestseller straight away, even if nobody's gonna see straight away. It should be. Yeah.
So it has been 5 years. You are still writing it.
Yeah, because I was writing actively first few months. Then I was writing less and less and less. And actually, then I immigrated. That's why as well. I writing less and less. Then I stopped for 2 or 3 years to write at all.
But
And
you like to
now,
finish it.
and just last year, I started to write it.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, is there any prediction for its publication date?
Difficult question. I want to finish at least first book.
Maybe it will take 5 years more.
No, I hope much less. I would be happy to finish it this year.
Ah,
I hope. Like,
finish it.
I don't want to promise because,
Yeah, okay.
I don't like, when I promise and
You have to do
then,
it then. It is heavy.
yeah, yeah. And actually, I hope I'm gonna finish this year and then I'm
No,
gonna
finish it.
publish
Just
it.
send it to some publication house. I don't know how to say it in English.
Yeah,
To some publication house and try to get their feedbacks.
yeah,
I and this then you know that then you will know where you are in your writing or in your
yeah.
story.
I was thinking about some editors
Yeah, yeah, you
and
need to find.
translators because I'm writing it in Ukrainian.
But your English is already very good. You can write it in English with some AI
Yeah.
tool. Just use some AI tool. And
Yeah, I was thinking about it as well.
is it digital or is it in on papers?
Uh, I started on paper, but now I do it in my laptop. Easier.
Oh, it is digital. So
Yeah.
if there are some parts in on paper, let me know. I can convert them to digital, and you will have the
Now
digital.
everything is digital. I
Oh yeah, no,
finally did
digital.
everything on laptop, so now continue doing it on
Then
laptop.
then translation will be easy. Just use AI
Yeah.
tools. Then
Yeah.
when you redact it or um, go back to read and correct it, you
Yeah.
easily correct it. It will be easy. But this is
Sure.
wow. So this is very good. You're writing a novel. So fascinating. Any other talent? Is this
Sorry.
your talent? Any other talent?
Okay.
Writing?
I used to paint and draw a lot when I was a child in a school, but I stopped when I started to study in uni.
Why?
Okay, even my first year at uni, I've got a friend who was studying architecture and he didn't like to draw at all.
Yeah.
And I love drawing, and I
Mm.
was doing drawings for him. I
Oh,
remember it was people in the movement and some architecture
yeah.
pieces as well. It was so amazing. I even took to my university, and when we've got lessons, I did it on my lessons. Yeah,
Oh, so what about dance? Are you just try to
yeah,
be with social dance or
yeah.
is a
It's
kind
one
of
of my
talent? Yeah.
it's one of my hobbies also, and I think I've got a talent. Just I need to spend more time dancing to develop it properly. But as I told you, this year I'm gonna like settle down, recover, and then we're gonna start. Because, like, if you are exhausted and you're gonna put more task on you, you're gonna be exhausted more in
No,
the
it
end.
will be
Yeah,
it will
so
be a collapse,
yeah,
psychological
that's why
collapse.
now I'm doing only socials. So
Yeah.
finally, I go in March to Milonga. That I'm sure
Yeah, I will see that.
100% I have no work that day. So finally,
When was your last milonga?
I think it was with Aldana and Diego in November.
November. Oh,
I think November,
oh, we
yeah.
danced. I remembered. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
my favorite
yeah.
couple, so I couldn't miss it.
Yeah.
And I think it's the only couple when I went to workshop.
Oh, why you only chose them? Any
Uh,
reason?
So actually,
There
I
shouldn't
think
be any reason, but if there's a reason,
there is a reason because I love their style, you know, it's so elegant, it's so passionate, like even the way they look at each other, their energy together, like it's so elegant, so classy. Like I love this vibe actually, and they've got it. Like you can see when you see them dancing, you're not just seeing a dance, you see the whole story, the whole emotional spectra.
yeah, they create a aura or an ambience.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
sometimes it's so beautiful that it comes tears up out of your eyes. So
Really?
beautiful. Like, yeah, I really love their style because they are not hurrying up or something like this. It's not that social. It's like I would say, you know, it's like comparing McDonald's to Michelin restaurant. They are definitely Michelin restaurant.
I got you. I have seen the analogy that
Yeah.
yeah. So you like more grace and elegance.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see it. Wow. So here is the question. Let me ask a difficult question. Maybe it is difficult. I don't know.
Yeah.
How, what makes a man elegant and having grace?
Okay. Interesting question. I love questions like this.
Okay, just
First,
come out
uh,
my mind. Yeah. What makes
first
a
is
man? Yeah.
yeah, first is a confidence.
Okay.
Because when a man is confident, even the way he looks, his posture, it's more elegant, it's more straight. And it's not only about man, generally person. When he's confident, even the movement, the attitude, they are much slower
Mhm.
because they do not have to prove anything to anyone. And that's what
You
Italians
like
do.
it.
Yes, and also what else? Of course, the way he looks, even like the dress, because there is a difference when you're just wearing a sportswear or when you're wearing, for example, just a shirt or classic trousers. Like it doesn't have to be suit all the time, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, even about hairstyle, it doesn't matter actually, because I'm have the opinion that it just has to suit you. It doesn't matter what style it is. Like having a beard or not having a beard, if it's used to, have it.
Mm.
Yeah. So, and that's actually one more thing when he knows what suits him best. It's not only about clothes or hairstyle, generally.
What does
Like,
suits him best? What does it mean?
yeah, like for example, it can be as clothes that suit him best as, for example, the field where he works as well,
Yeah, okay.
the lifestyle. Like, of course, for example, not everyone's going to be a billionaire, not everyone's going to be a bodybuilder. That's normal. You don't have to be. Like, if you know who you are and, as I told you, what suits you best, that's not only confident or elegant, that's, I think, the most powerful thing ever. And I think for people like this who really know who they are, what is for them, what is not for them, I think they can do everything.
Wow. Wow. And
And
what
of course,
about
good
women?
manners.
But this looks like definition or some traits of men, you know? What about women? What makes them elegant and
Woman,
graceful?
yeah. Also, I think the same things
Mostly, yeah.
mostly, and of course, femininity. It's not only about the wearing dresses and heels, it's just the way she behaves. Because as I realized, for woman is more naturally just to be relaxed,
Mm.
like doing something not because you have to, just because you want to, you create, you want to share it with the world. Even if you're doing a career, still, if you're doing from this position as a woman, it's completely different. it's your cup of tea, let's say like this. Because for example, if man does like this, it's gonna be different. Or for example, if a woman works like a man, these achievements, like
It
in a
doesn't look
male
good.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah, like it can work, she can achieve, but she's gonna be so exhausted,
yeah,
and will be difficulties for the man as well, because she's not gonna be a woman, she's gonna be a competitor.
I got you. I
Yeah,
understand you. Wow. So I'm trying to understand your
yeah.
approach to the people. So what about friends? What do you expect from friends?
Honestly,
You don't
not that
expect
much. And that's why I think I don't have that much problems with the friends.
Okay,
Because like all I expect is just to be direct. Like
good.
if you don't want to open up your soul, you don't have to. Just I mean, if you don't gonna go out, sorry, if you don't want to go out today, it's okay. Just let me know. We're not gonna go out today. If you don't want to go out for a 1, 2 month more, that's okay. Just please let me know. That's fine. I'm not that kind of friends that, oh, we're not gonna go in somewhere. Oh, you're going with somewhere else. Okay, we are not the friends anymore. No.
So you look for honesty.
Yeah, for honesty mostly.
Okay.
Yeah, and direction, like
Any
openness.
any shareable value, any shared values, or I don't know,
I th-
similar hobbies, or you don't need to have them?
like, of course, it's good to have at least one thing in common.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be hobby, at least something. Like it can
Yeah.
be core values or hobby, whatever, or lifestyle, for example. Uh, but at least something. It doesn't have to be a lot, but at least something. And of course, like core values, because for example, if I had a friend who, for example, cheated on her partner,
Yeah.
it wouldn't work. Like I couldn't.
Say it again. I couldn't get it. What do you mean?
Because how can you be friends with a person who cheats on?
Ah,
I'm not
right.
talking about everyone, but personally for me, because first, if a person cheats on her partner, like she can do the same to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I know, some entrepreneurs who have business, they don't even work with people who are cheating on their partners.
Wow.
Because if they do it with the closest person in their life, they will do even worse in their business relations.
Yeah, it's already in their wrong value system, and they can do it everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, I like that idea. If I have a business one day, I would do the same.
Actually, I have some startups. I have one employee. I have never thought about, or I have never connected cheating with a business trait, but I will think about it. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
point.
it's not
Good
about
point.
cheating, it's about values.
Yeah, it's about
Because,
value. Yeah, cheating
yeah,
is the thing you see, but actually the value
yeah,
is a low value. I see
yeah,
what.
it's about for the same, like, for example, being cruel. If you're cruel with the one person, at least you're gonna be cruel with everyone,
Yeah,
mostly.
agreed.
So the same here. If you cheat on partner, you're gonna make problems for someone in business, more
So
chances.
no, I got you. Wow. So do you make friends easily, or is it difficult for
No.
you? You're like me.
Yeah,
I make
because
friends so
actually,
difficultly. It's very difficult for me.
yeah, not kind of difficult, just, you know, I'm kind of introvert. So
Hmm,
like I don't have this need to have lots of friends.
hmm.
All the friends I have is the ones I know, I think, since school, like since teenaging.
Yeah,
Even the only like friend I've got here, I know her from Ukraine. We were going to camp together
yeah.
like 7 years ago. So, and she's the only one who I go out with regularly. And still, regularly, it's once a month in the best scenario. Like,
Once a
we are
month.
not 16 anymore. Everyone's got a job or their own plans, so that's fine. or friends from Ukraine, like we can see each other once a year in the best scenario, but still we talk. Like, and it's not a lot of them, but better than a lot and not good ones.
I see. Well,
Yeah.
so how do you compare friendship between UK and the Ukraine? Probably it is easier in the Ukraine, I
Yeah.
can imagine, because
Yeah.
yeah, you are a migrant here and you need to adapt. Ukraine is your
Mhm.
hometown, but is there any spectacular difference?
There is, first of all, about, as we told in the beginning, even this smiling.
Ah, yeah,
Because I don't know about other countries, but especially in UK, everyone's gonna smile to you no matter what.
yeah,
Like they can say a bullshit about you behind your back, but they're gonna smile to you. Like in Eastern Europe, for example, yeah, we don't smile that much, but if we smile, we do it like truly.
yeah.
Like if I laugh, it means it's really funny for me. Like it's more about that. Or
Yes.
even this question, how are you? It's not just about small talk. If in my country, if we ask how are you, it means we really ask how are you, not just to say, to hear back, I'm fine, thank you. No, I'm curious. How are you? What did you do today, for example?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Uh,
Yeah, it took time for me to understand that difference. It is the same in Turkey. If we say that, how are you? We like to hear, are you good, bad, any drama in your life, you know? But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
here, how are you means say it and I will go back to my work, you know? It's just
Yeah.
it's a very small talk here.
Yeah. Or even kind of, I don't know how to say traditions. For example, in January, I've got my friend's birthday, the one I told you about, we know
Yeah,
from the camp. And she made a birthday. She invited me and some of her friends from work and the stuff. I was the only Ukrainian.
yeah,
And okay, for me, it's logical that, for example, if a person invites me for birthday, it's a birthday, it's not just a random day, I should bring her a gift,
yeah,
like it's normal thing.
yeah,
Gift,
we do
and
the same.
as she's a girl, flowers. And I brought her a gift she asked from the wish list and the flowers.
Yeah.
And when I realized that first, she was so happy because she said she was thinking about flowers the whole day. She even wanted to buy herself because no one bought her flowers, but I bought. And I'm that kind of person that I'm never buying anything just to buy. No, I'm choosing properly. I'm not gonna buy the cheapest flowers. No, I took like really nice ones. She was so happy with it, and as I found out, most of her friends they didn't bring any gift.
Yeah, it is.
Like maybe they didn't get used to it in here in the UK, but I don't know. Usually, if we just go to visit someone, for example, if I go to my friend's house just for no reason, just to visit her, we still bring at least something, at least like I don't know, a bar of chocolate,
It is very
just
Kurdish.
at least
No, we
something
do the
because
same in my culture. I'm Kurdish.
yeah,
Say I know you for 2 days and you invite me to have a tea. I don't know. I don't
yeah,
know you, you know? I will just bring something. It
yeah,
can be some drink, it can be
yeah,
some chocolates, you know.
yeah.
I will just buy chocolate or drink and I will visit you. And actually I did this in here once. You know, I was invited to to a, to a friend's house, you know, to enjoy the night. And since it was the first time I am visiting her house, I bought something for them, you know, for everyone, chocolate, you know, a nice chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
And people got surprised actually. Why did you buy this one? I'm coming to your house, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, they I think they don't know this culture, and this is very good. Yeah, the same Kurdish people.
yeah. I notice actually Turkish, maybe Kurdish as well, culture in Ukrainian or Eastern Europe even. Not with everything, but kind of familiar.
Yeah, it's familiar. Yeah, it's very familiar.
Yeah, much more
Yeah,
than, for example, with the rest of Europe.
yeah. You know, Balkan, Ukraine, Caucasia, and Turkey share
Yeah,
a lot. They share similar values.
yeah,
Yeah. For example, for Greek and Turkey, nearly the same for me.
Yeah,
I don't
but
see any
as I
difference.
know, they are Greek and Turkey is like Russia and Ukraine,
Yeah,
no?
yeah, yeah. They have a terrible relationship, but
Mhm.
people have very similar culture. So
Mhm.
how is culture between Ukraine and Russia? Is it very different, or I know both country are Slavic.
It is.
It's very
Mm,
different. Wow.
yeah, because first of all, that Russia, most of the Russia is not that Slavic because they've got around 100 and I think 16 nations.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, like because Russia is the biggest country in the world,
Yeah, I
and
know,
if you
but
see, for example, from the very east of Russia, they are look like Asians, I would say.
yeah. Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. I
It
don't know all
sounded
the
more
names of
Asian.
this.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
know all the names of these nationalities or something like this, but yeah, there are a lot of them, and that's why even if you watch news, lots of countries they predict that Russia might be collapsed to
yeah,
lots of different smaller countries. And actually, like the proper Russia is just this tiny slice of Russia till
West part of Russia
yeah,
is
till Ural Mountains. I don't
yeah.
know Ural or how
I
these
know Ural
mountains are called.
Mountains. Yeah,
Yeah, it's those one. That's the Russians. And actually, it starts, if you read a history, it starts with Ukraine. So actually, they trying to steal our culture. But yeah, there are lots of differences.
yeah.
First of
This is
all,
what I know because 1,000 years ago there was no Moscow. Am I right?
yeah, it was just like a
You had your own
forest.
people in
Yeah,
Kiev, your capital
yeah.
city.
And Kiev Rus was one of the strongest countries in the Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing I know about Russia, it is a 300 or 400 years old country actually. Before that, there was nothing.
Yeah, before they started the mid ages.
Yeah.
Yeah. First as a tiny country and then they started to occupy more and more and as an empire. Yeah.
So any similar language is different or there's a
Uh,
similarity?
it's familiar because it's one language group.
Yeah, I know.
So the same as Polish, Slovakian, even
All Slavic
Bulgarian a bit.
language. Yeah.
Yeah, so actually, and as you know, lots of people used to speak Russian when it was Soviet Union. So personally, I never learned Russian, but I speak fluently.
Yeah. Yeah, you speak fluently. Wow.
And yeah, because even we used to have a television in Russian language a lot.
Hmm.
Like some of them Ukrainian, some of them Russian, but a lot was on Russian also. So, and but actually, the similarity between Polish and Ukrainian is bigger than between Russian and
Yeah, yeah,
Ukrainian.
I got it.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering. So if I ask you what is difference, what makes Russian more
Hmm.
a behavior or trait, a personal
Hmm.
trait, what would it be? Can you say that Russian people do that, but
Hmm.
this doesn't exist in our culture?
Uh, First of all,
Maybe, I
mm,
don't know. Maybe there is no, but
actually, now it's difficult to say because, of course, like naturally, for example, Ukrainians are quite generous. You
yeah,
know, uh, I don't know how to say this word in English. I forgot already, but that's what we told about Kurdish and Ukrainian people that when you go to their house, they
hospitality,
bring something. Yeah, hospitality.
hospitality. Yeah, 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 hospitality.
Yeah, it's about hospitality more like they're um, more so they're quite traditional and religious as well. And lots of them familiar with Russia, but now I wouldn't say that much about Ukrainians, and actually lots of them are familiar, unfortunately. I think Russians, they, of course, they drink a lot, like too much.
Yeah, I know.
Like
Yeah,
even in school, we've got this problem in Ukraine as well, but not that much as they have.
mm,
Not that much, honestly. And Ukrainians are the opposite. They were always more about freedom.
mm,
That's why even that. most of the time we were occupied by some countries, but still lots of wars for freedom, for dignity, even now. Like one of the reasons they don't want to make a peace with them because they know what's gonna be to give up. Like they're gonna destroy us completely. They value freedom so much, even when it was not popular diplomacy or democracy. We used to have it, but I think it was too early. That was one of the biggest problems,
Well, it
actually,
was too early, you said? I couldn't get the last
for
sentence.
democracy,
Ah, yeah.
because in medieval ages or like Renaissance,
Yeah.
democracy.
Yeah, I
Like now,
know.
democracy is okay, but for that time, it
Did you
should be
have
like
democracy at that time in Ukraine?
kind of because we used to have in Ukrainian language we call this ruler hetman,
What does it mean?
kind of king, but it's a bit different.
Okay.
I'll send you a link and after the podcast.
Okay.
And actually, it wasn't like with the king that, for example, he's from royal family and it comes from a father to the son. No, it was chosen by the kind of government.
Okay.
So it was
So
like this.
it is not a monarchy. It is a kind of
It,
maybe a
it
different
wasn't,
version of, yeah, it's a different version of democracy.
yes, but I think it was too early because at that moment, I think we needed, like a one strong ruler
Yeah.
like who keeps everyone together, even if it's a king or emperor, whatever, like this one. Because when you give in these times democracy, like everyone has their own opinion, so it's difficult to get it up together,
Yeah.
and
This is
especially when
the
you're occupied by
superpower.
six countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, not that easy actually.
So
Yeah.
Ukraine occupied by six country in the history?
uh, I'm not sure about six, but I told six
Some.
because we've got six countries near us.
Ah, yeah, yeah,
Like
okay, okay. This is
Russia, Belarus, Poland, Hungary, Slovakia, and Romania. Oh, even seven, Moldova. Because the biggest like occupation was by Russia, Ottoman Empire,
yeah.
uh, Poland. It was called in a different way, but I don't know how to translate in English, so I'm not going to call it Lithuanian
Oh,
as well, and even
great.
Romania and Hungary as well.
Oh my
It
God.
was a kind of one country, as I know. So this was also, yeah.
Wow. So why everyone likes to occupy Ukraine? Why is it like this?
So of course, before it was with lots of countries. You remember, like for example, in medieval ages, like the more you occupy, the stronger you
Yeah, you
are.
you get
Yes.
you colonize them, you steal their resource.
Yes, but I think because it's strategically important, first, we've got a very good land, like,
Soil.
for, yeah, very good soil.
Yeah, I know it.
Like, I think it's one of the best in the world.
It's one of the
We,
best. I
yeah,
know it.
so it's because of this, and also, uh,
It is named black soil. You have black soil, and other
yeah, black
countries
soil, yeah, the
they
best
don't have
one.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and also mm, the access to the Black Sea,
Ah, yeah. You're right.
especially Crimea, you know,
Yeah, I know.
mm, yeah, that's why it was always like this. Yeah.
You know, there are
And
some Kurdish towns or villages in Ukraine.
yeah, in Crimea especially.
Yeah, in Crimea and north of Crimea, there are some, when war started between
Yeah,
Ukraine and Russia, I
yeah,
was seeing some videos. By
mm,
chance, I was on Twitter and I've seen a video, Ukraine, a woman, she was
hmm,
crying and then she started to speak Kurdish. I said, oh my God, in this town there are people speaking Kurdish. What's going on here? I didn't know
yeah,
that there are some, actually, there are only a few, maybe three or four villages. I would not say that.
yeah,
Probably only 5,000 Kurdish people. I don't think that there will be many.
hmm,
But I do know that there are Kurdish villages in Ukraine. It is at the east part. Crimea, maybe north and east of Crimea,
Hmm.
something like that. I don't know. Krakow? You named Krakow?
Krakow is in Poland.
Ah. You know, the first land that is occupied by Russia at the east part.
Donetsk?
Probably it is something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are
Okay,
some.
I'll find out about it because I know only about Crimean Tatars.
Yeah, there are some Tatars. They are Turkic,
Yeah.
but there are also a few Kurdish villages. And you know, there's a Ukrainian historian. I will find her name and I will send it to
Yeah.
you. And she extracted all the Kurdish villages that existed in the history in Ukraine, maybe 2 or 3 thousand years ago. I am not talking about modern history.
Mhm.
So some of your town names or village names actually they are coming from Kurdish names. I will find them
Possibly.
and I will find them and I will send them
Mhm.
to you. I think you will like it.
Interesting.
Yeah. For
I
example,
haven't thought
one of
about it.
them was Kurdska, something like that.
What was this? Sorry.
Kurdska.
Is it her surname or something?
No, no, it's the name of the village.
Ah, okay, I'll find out. Thank you.
No, I will find it. Don't worry. I will send it to you, and I
Mhm.
think you'll get
Mhm.
surprised. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and one more difference between Ukrainian and Russians, I
Ah,
remember.
okay. You are still remembering that. Okay,
Because
say
as you
it.
know, yes, in Ukraine, mostly like we've got this thing that Ukraine for Ukrainians. We don't have that much immigrants. Mostly it's
Yeah,
Ukrainians and they are Orthodox or Catholics. But still we've got Muslims in Crimea, Crimean Tatars, and
yeah,
nobody like humiliates them or, you know,
yeah. I know what.
treats them badly.
Yeah,
But as I know Russians, they are lots of people from Kazakhstan. They are going to Russia because it's like
yeah,
more better country than Kazakhstan, maybe or something like that. And or lots of even from east of Russia, they look like Asians or something like this. They can be so. But a really truly confident person, they don't have to do it because they know even if somebody is better than them 10 times, it doesn't make them worse. But people who are not confident, they don't get it. They think if somebody is better than me, I'm a bullshit. So that's why they do it. Not because they're stupid, just because they don't know any other thing. So I noticed
and
they do
this,
the same.
this happens in Russia a lot. You mean this, correct?
Yeah, as I told you, even about this racist stuff, or generally the way they treat people. Even, for example, in Europe, people value life so much,
Yeah,
especially after world wars. So everything based on human rights. And even now, it's not only Ukrainian problem for Russia, it's problem as well. Lots of people are dying. Lots of people are dying. And of course, in Russia also, some people they are on front line by force.
yeah.
And as I know, lots of men they say they just women will give birth to more.
Really?
Like yeah, like
So they are praising war. They are praising the war, and they don't
yeah,
need human
and
life.
it's so easily, yeah, as I told you, because of this slave mentality, it's
Yeah,
so easy to manipulate them. And for example, on social media or television, it's so much propaganda, and not everyone, but a lot of people they believe it. And actually, yeah, even I was watching once, it was from news that a wife was talking with her husband, and he's a soldier on the war.
yeah.
And they were talking about the occupation and the stuff, and she was talking that and she told that you can rape women, just to tell me about it.
Really?
And yeah, and they was laughing so much actually about it. Yeah, it was like at the beginning of the war, as I remember.
A woman.
If I find it, like the article, something about it, I will send you. But yeah, and it was a lot of like this actually.
It's a shame. A woman is saying this thing. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
like she's a woman. Like of course, even if man says like this, it's not good. It's
Yeah,
awful.
but yeah, yeah,
But
but
she's a wife.
she
She's a
is a
mother
woman.
as well. She's a
Yeah,
woman as well. Like, doesn't she think that
it makes
somebody could
worse.
happen to
Obvious.
them? Yeah.
Yeah,
Like because honestly, yeah, we. we hate Russians as well, of course, but honestly, I wouldn't wish them the things they do to our people,
Yeah,
even to them, because it's too much. It's I don't know, sometimes really death is much better. Like,
I know what you mean. Yeah,
I don't even want to talk about it. But yeah, for example, I I didn't even think that it could be like possible that somebody can think something like this, not in the movie, like in real life.
yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah. No, I totally understand you. Such a
Yeah.
shame. Wow, wow.
If they don't value the life so much. Maybe because there are a lot of them. I don't know.
Wow.
So
Oh, I'm sorry for this.
yeah, I'm sorry too. Anyway,
Oh.
there are lots of interesting topics as well.
Oh, just a
Mm.
second. Oh my God. Do you have any Russian friends here? You don't make Russian
Like
friends?
it's not kind of friends. For example, I did some kind of education.
Yeah,
Uh, like it's just just for personal development. Like
yeah,
I bought some courses from psychologists,
yeah,
and one of them she's Ukrainian, but she's doing for huge amount of people. So she speaks in Russian. Her course is on in Russian language. So not only Ukrainians, Russians, like Moldavian, Kazakhstan people from all over the world
yeah,
buy her courses. And I met some friends, even two of them. It's women. They are from Russia here, but they are normal. We
yeah.
didn't even talk about the war with them, but they are okay. They don't behave like I described before. Yeah,
Yeah. Probably majority of Russian people are not like that. The one you said,
yeah,
Russian rape, rape
of
Ukrainian, but
course, of
don't.
course.
I believe that otherwise you are losing your faith in humanity. And
Yeah,
it becomes very, um, I don't know, it's heavy for yourself as well.
yeah.
Eventually, I believe that we need to think that, let's say everyone is very bad, they have bad personality. But
Yeah,
if we say that everyone is bad, it also hurts you.
yeah,
So, although everyone is bad, or you witnessed that bad things happened,
yeah.
we, s- I believe that we still think that, oh, people can be better. Otherwise, we cannot find any motivation to do anything.
Actually, yeah. Like, of
I don't
course,
know.
not everyone are that bad, but yeah, there is still some hope. Because I think if it wasn't like, we wouldn't be sitting there now and talking.
We wouldn't be what?
We wouldn't be here now if it wasn't like that
Yeah,
and
I
talking.
know. Yeah. Ah, let me try to find a different topic.
Mm. We can discuss anything. I don't know, history, art, I don't know, description of hobbies. We can talk about you as well if you
Well,
want.
this is just a deep talk. We can do anything. I don't want to make it a interview like because I don't like it.
Yeah.
You can also ask question to me. Um,
Mhm.
so if you like to know anything about me, this is a good time to ask.
I think I would just, usually if somebody says like, ask me a question or
Yeah,
tell me
this is
something, like at that moment, all the
you,
questions
you
you
don't you
wanted to
don't know
ask,
what's
they
happening. Yeah.
disappear.
So you know that I'm Kurdish.
Yeah, I do, and that's what I wanted to ask actually. I've heard a lot that Turkish people, they did lots of genocides about like Greek people,
Yeah.
Armenian, I think, or
Armenian,
Armenian.
Greek, mostly
Yeah,
Christian people.
even Kurdish
Yeah.
especially.
Um,
Like, I can read anything, but I think the best way to find out is to hear from somebody who is actually
yeah.
Kurdish. Like, is there some difficulties you had dealing with, like for example while living in Turkey, like maybe some
Yeah, actually,
discrimination or something?
there I think there's a huge racism against Kurdish people because let's say you are speaking Kurdish on the
Yeah.
bus with your
Mhm.
mom on the phone, they will
Yeah.
just say that this is Turkey and speak Turkish. There is only one language in Turkey. So you
Mhm.
cannot speak um, Kurdish. For example, I was doing my military service. I was
Mhm.
just singing Kurdish. I was doing something. I don't remember.
Mhm.
I was sitting there. I was just hymning, saying some Kurdish singing. I was singing Kurdish, and some guys just heard that I'm singing in Kurdish. They just talked to the higher rank commander, and they filed a complaint about me. And so they were not happy when I sing in Kurdish. So the same thing, for example, in the schools, primary school. I knew Turkish because I grew up in Turkish city, but my friends, I'm talking about 7 or 8 years old children.
Mhm.
My friends didn't know how to speak Turkish because in their village they speak Kurdish. This was the only language.
Yeah.
And uh, teachers were forbidding speaking of Kurdish. And whenever a guy was speaking Kurdish, he was being or she was being punished. And this was terrible, actually. I
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. For example, I remember one. I was three. It was the third grade. I was 9 years old, 9 or 10, something like that. So two children arrived to the at the class, and they were older than me, older than all of us. We were about 9 or 10. They were 12 or
Mhm.
13, and they were twin. There were two. They were twin brothers, and the teacher said that, oh, these are the new joiners,
Mhm.
and then we noticed that they don't know Turkish. They cannot speak Turkish, and after they sit down, the teacher summoned one of them, called one of them to come too close to the teacher's desk. Then I don't remember what teacher said, but after a few minutes, that guy just peed on himself, you know,
Mhm.
and I remember his face. He was terrified. Probably he was swearing. I don't remember the words. He was swearing. He was angry. Those kinds of things. So actually, Kurds are being very oppressed in Turkey today. Now you cannot have a. We are about 30 millions in Turkey. So the population of
That's
Turkey
a lot.
is a lot. Yeah. Around the world, we are about 50 to 60 million. So
So half of it in Turkey.
yeah, half lives in Turkey. So four countries. So after First World War, Kurdistan,
Mhm.
Kurdish country,
Mhm.
divided into four
Mhm.
between Turkey, Syria, Iraq, and Iran. Actually, Iran part was already occupied, but finally, after
Mhm.
the First World War, Kurdistan divided into four, and this Kurdish struggle started, and it has been 100 years. Now I can say that two parts of Kurdistan is not fully free, but at least they can be Kurdish. They can live as a Kurds,
Mhm.
in their hometown. For example, it is Iraq and
Mhm.
Syria. But in Turkey, no, you cannot live as a Kurds. It is very difficult. And yeah, this is the whole story. It is like Russia and Ukraine.
Mhm.
Turkey has invaded um, Kurdistan for more than 100 years, maybe 170 years.
Oh, that's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah. It was 1850. Before 1850, there was a Kurdistan. We had principality, several principality of
Mhm.
Kurds. I guess 5 or 6, and the majority of them occupied by Ottoman Empire, and some of them were occupied by Safavids, Iranian part. Also,
Mhm.
Russia also occupied a part of Kurdistan, but then they were defeated. It was the south of Caucasia. Today it is Azerbaijan
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and Armenia, but Azerbaijan was
Mhm.
Kurdistan before, 200 years ago, maybe 300 years ago. Russia invaded that part and they made it Turkified. Then Kurds lost Azerbaijan. We name, Kurds have some dialects. For example, my dialect is Kurmanji. And
Oh.
yeah, we have 4 dialects: Kurmanji, Zazaki, Sorani, and Gorani. And there were fifth one. Fifth one was Azeri, and it was Azerbaijan. They lived in Azerbaijan.
Mhm.
So the fifth dialect lost. We lost the fifth dialect around 200 years ago because of the invasion of Russia. Because they just diminished. They were replaced by Turkic people, by Russia. And yeah, that's it actually. This is the whole story, or the short story of Kurdish people. And yeah, but Kurds, probably they will be free in
Yeah.
10 or 20 years. So I'm very
Mhm.
hopeful about it. And I don't know, you know anything about Kurdish culture? It's very good actually.
Mhm.
For example, I know, um, the some people are getting mad. They get crazy
Mhm.
mentally. They lose their mind.
Yeah.
So if in one of our cities, they made their sculptures. Normally in a city they made a sculpture of a famous person. So this is a culture
Mhm.
in Kurdish society. We respect and mad people. Even made a sculpture of those people and put it somewhere.
What kind of mad people are they
And
famous?
mentally ill people.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And what for?
to just love them. They are different.
Mhm. Oh yeah,
They are
makes
different.
sense. Mhm.
So normally here, let's say you have met a mentally ill person.
Yeah.
I see our approach. We don't care about it. It is still
Mhm.
okay for us. But here
Mhm.
you will feel, I believe, some discrimination because they think that, oh, this person is lower value, has low value.
Yeah. But actually, mental illnesses sometimes it's not that bad because actually, some autistic people, I know it's not kind of mental illness, but
Actually,
still,
yeah,
they can be so talented with
yeah, you're right.
something. Sorry. Or even, for example, most of the most famous artists, they were mentally sick actually.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, so
Actually, I used the wrong word.
not that bad.
People get mad. They
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they lose the reality of life.
Yeah,
I was talking about that, not mentally ill. Mentally ill term is wrong. Sorry for that. So
that's
you can
fine.
be mentally ill, and I think it's
Mhm.
perfectly okay because it is the nature of human. If
Yeah.
you have never been mentally ill, mental
Mhm.
illness in your life,
Mhm.
probably you haven't felt anything in your life.
Yeah, actually, because
Mm,
if
Because
everything was just perfect, it wouldn't be interesting. What's
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
point?
Yeah, what is the point? There is no one person who hasn't felt broken or felt disappointed or
Mm-hmm.
felt lowered down. There
Mm-hmm.
should be a moment in your life. If you don't have that moment, it means that you didn't interact with people enough.
Yeah, actually, it's like, especially when you go to self-development, it's very easy to be, you know, uh, healed, to know everything when you, for example, just meditate alone in the mountains.
Yeah,
But for most of the people, all their development finishes when they start to basic interaction with the people, because
Yeah.
people can trigger you, especially the closest one.
Yeah.
And I think the point is when you have development actually
You know,
in the interaction.
I agree with you. If you like to grow, you need to have a huge resilience for the interaction of the people, because
Yeah,
human being is very unpredictable, and everyone
agree.
has their own dynamic. Although we are sharing the same moment at the moment, you and me,
Mm-hmm.
you have a different dynamic in your life than I have. Probably after this meeting, maybe I will deal with some work, some stressful work, and maybe you will go out and you will enjoy. You know what I'm trying to say? Our dynamics might be different. Although we are sharing the same week, same day, although I'm seeing you in the same class, maybe you are having a bad day and I'm having a good day and vice versa. So
Mm-hmm.
people are just crossing over with their unpredictable feelings.
Yeah,
And um, this shakes our personality a lot. And you need to have a huge resilience, or you need to develop a huge resilience about against this unpredictability. I don't know, say it, unpredictable events.
yeah,
So this is how you grow actually. If you don't interact with people, as you said, if you live in a mountain, on a mountain, if you live in a cave, maybe you think that you are perfect, but you haven't
yeah,
interacted with any person. How could that happen? You know?
yeah, agree. And that's, I think, the problem usually because lots of people, including me, they try to control. But
Yeah, you cannot
what
control anyone.
what actually can you control in this life? Personally, I cannot even control myself sometimes. What
Really?
should I tell about anything else? Yeah, like I
I
think
think
that's the really valuable quality
you
when
cannot
you're not
control.
controlled.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
cannot control what's happening around yourself. It is just unpredictable.
yeah,
Maybe you cannot also you cannot control your behaviors either, but you can
hmm,
have a willingness or an aim to have a good control of your actions or your behaviors. I don't think that you need to
that's
be
true.
perfect, but as long as you think that you have a path to grow regarding your actions, regarding your feelings, or regarding your connections with people, I think that's enough. Because for example, I'm 46 and I had good moments and bad moments, and some in some period of my life I was going up, and in some period of my life I was going down. But I am the same person. It
Yeah,
it is about how you react against those bad events or good events. It is still on you. You can, although you have some difficult moments, it is happening on your body and in your mind. It
hmm,
is You can find a connection point, or you can find a path on your body and in your mind to develop. Let's say you are having very bad moments, and I had actually 5 or 6 years ago, and you don't need to, I don't know how to say it. You just need to have some patience. I don't know how to say it. And
patience.
yeah, 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 and some willingness, and maybe some hope to grow.
Hmm.
This doesn't need to be something big. As long as you feel that you will have a good moment when you wake up. you know let's say you had a bad sleep, or before you sleep you are overthinking and you are anxious. But although it is bad, you should be able to imagine a happy moment when you wake up. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah,
think this doesn't cost anything. This doesn't cost anything actually.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do this one. I will not say that I'm successful all the time,
Mhm.
but whenever I wake up, I say that, oh, yesterday was bad, but today it will be good. I will try to make my best. I don't
Yeah.
say it every time, every time,
Yeah.
but I am trying to say it every time.
Yeah. That's, I think, actually a skill.
It
It's not
is,
something like,
actually it is something you need to learn.
yeah, that's why I say it's skill, because actually, even biologically, our brain is focused on danger, negativity, of course, to survive,
Yeah,
to save your family from, I don't know, from wolves or tigers, yeah. But we are not living in the jungles anymore.
yeah.
So that's why, yeah, that's what I think we have to learn. And actually, I think it's supposed to be one of the most important mission in schools. I'm telling you as a teacher by decree.
Oh, okay.
Because,
Give me more details. What do you mean exactly?
yeah, because I remember it was our first lecture of pedagogy.
Yeah.
Pedagogy is a science about um,
Yeah, I know. I know.
teaching and growing up children. Yeah. And actually, main purpose, the main reason, sorry, yeah, the main purpose of the teacher is and school is to prepare a child for adult life. That's why I remember in 11th grade, the last year of my school, we've got 18 subjects. Why the hell do I need 18 subjects for what? For half of this, we were doing nothing important. For example, we've got one lesson. I don't know how to translate in English, but it was about, like, about the health, about hygiene, like, about how to keep
Yeah,
yourself healthy and stuff. It's not biology, but
yeah.
like it's
Social
about
social behaviors or your responsibilities
social.
about your
It's more
hygiene.
about, like, about healthy lifestyle, how to behave, like when something happens, kind of like tsunami or something like that,
Yeah.
or like.
Practical
How to
life.
how to protect yourself when you're in a public space, or when somebody uh, stalkering you or something like that, something like this, or how to protect yourself from, for example, STIs or something like that when we are older. And actually, every year was mostly the same thing,
Yeah,
every single year. So why do we need this subject? I don't know, honestly. Uh, and as I know, in UK, in the last years in high school, you've got only the subjects you need to pass on your GCSE, how it's
yeah.
called here. Yeah, that's it. Because actually, yeah, 18 subjects, and every teacher behaves like their subject is the most important, like it's crazy. And thanks God, my mom didn't do that much pressure on me with the lessons. But for example, I see this my younger cousins,
Yeah,
8 subjects every day, and after this, lots of additional lessons with the tutors
yeah,
to pass exams at school. So actually, even on weekends, they have these subjects, like with the tutors, like, and they have almost no free time. Why? For what? Like, I can get it. That's makes completely no sense. That's why, as I thought, math, physics, it didn't help me actually that much
okay.
in my life. It didn't prepare me at all. And maybe in UK, for example, they have different program, but for example, in Eastern Europe, it's quite old,
Uh,
and it just depends on your luck. How good is a teacher? Yeah,
what was education system bad in Ukraine?
yeah. Actually, all around the world, but especially in Eastern Europe. Yeah, because as I told you, you don't need 18 subjects
Yeah,
when you passing your exams.
yeah,
And actually, yeah, the system, um, it's not about the system, about people,
Mm,
especially about pedagogy, methodology. Because, for example, here, if you shout on children at least once, your career as a teacher is finished.
yeah,
You can even go to court
yeah,
for this. Yeah. Honestly, in Ukraine, if at least one teacher didn't say bad words about you and your class, didn't shout at you, like you are so lucky. Because mostly we were hearing that we are the worst class in the 20 years while this teacher is working, for example.
yeah.
Some of them were shouting at us, like, I remember it was one and only case when the teacher told me to go out of the class. Like
Walk,
I
walk out.
never did anything like because boys they always do something, but
Yeah.
it's me. I was always like, okay, maybe I wasn't the best student ever, but at least I didn't do anything like bad,
So
I
what, what,
didn't
what did she ask you walk out of the class?
because we've got stubborn boys. They
Ah, yeah,
they they were talking some jokes. Half of the class was laughing, and I think I was just uh, you know, I was just near her. She just saw me. She had to show, because it was her first lesson with us, she
yeah,
had to show the authority
yeah, I see.
because it was not only me, it was me and one more boy
I
she
know.
took out of the class. But like me, like I couldn't understand any other boys, like because it's boys, they were interrupting her. Yeah, but I wasn't. All I did is just laughing from boys, like half of the class did, like, and she took me, like, of course I was crying, I was shocked, like, because never ever it happened to me, like, and I was quite shy at the school, so I didn't do anything wrong. And like, imagine, and it was not only this one, like lots of
Let me
stories like
tell
this.
you, let me tell you a worse story.
Yeah,
I have a worse story
yeah.
than you have, you know. When I was, it was the sixth grade, and it was the
Mm-hmm.
first time we were taking some painting uh, courses. There was a
Mm-hmm.
painting class.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone teacher arrived, and they asked that there were two teachers, one man, one woman. They
Mm-hmm.
were deciding on the topic, and students were doing some paintings. So at the end of the class, you showed your painting to your teachers, and they were grading your painting.
Mm-hmm.
My teachers failed me in all of them. And I am 46 now. I still don't understand how a teacher can fail a child because of his painting. You know,
Yeah,
just this is stupid. How
yeah,
can you
from
fail
both
someone?
sides.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And my painting was bad. I was not good in painting, obviously, but it was not crazy. There was no assault. There was no crime in my paintings.
Yeah,
So why did they fail me all the time? I still don't know. This
actually,
this looks crazy to me.
yeah, actually, that's why I haven't finished art school because I was doing it when I was at school, like really young.
Yeah,
Just like additionally, just art
yeah,
school only. Because I didn't like when I had to paint what they told me to do.
yeah.
Because what is art? Art is something you create, so it looks like
Oh,
there are
oh,
no
I see that.
mistakes in art. And especially now, have you seen modern art? They do a few things like with the with the pencil or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
It's not even proper painting like 200 years ago, for example. And they're
yeah.
selling it for millions, like, and this is an art. And when a child does something that's bullshit, seriously,
You know,
like, why? And I remember I didn't like it also. Like,
now with this talk, I remember what happened. I remember the talk with my teacher now. I forgot it. Now I remember.
yeah,
She was asking me why I draw these trees or animals here because she didn't ask me to do that. I said, yeah, you didn't ask me to do that, but it will be nice to put it here. I was saying something like that, and she didn't like it.
Yeah.
Crazy. Anyway,
Agree.
yeah, listening to you.
I just remember the part, it's not about art classes, but I think I was 8 years old and we were writing an essay
Yeah,
for the Ukrainian language lesson. Like it's supposed to be short essay, and I think I misunderstood the task or something, and
okay.
I write an essay even bigger than it has to be. I love not painting. I love writing essays. I
Wow.
was so proud of it. It was like for 3 pages of the copybook.
Yeah.
Like it was so big for a child like me, 8 years old. I was so proud of it. And I remember I showed it to the teacher, and then she started almost shouting at me that it was completely wrong. I asked a different task for a home task. What did you do? And like, imagine for me, like, as I told you earlier, a child perceives anything literally, everything literally.
Yeah.
And imagine I think I put the whole soul in this essay, like, and it was really good as for 8 year old. And she used to tell me always that I write really good essays. But this one, like, imagine it was awful.
You didn't.
Like, and tiny lots of things like this. It's not a big moment, but this happened. Lots of moments like this happened, and that's how insecurity comes with you to adult life, actually.
So it affects your soul and it affects your boundaries. So also
Yeah,
confidence. And you
yeah, not
carry it and you carry it to your future self.
yeah, of course, not exactly this case.
Yeah.
Because now, as I told you now, I understand that I did not do anything wrong. It doesn't mean that my essay is wrong. She just reacted not how she should have. Uh, but still, imagine if you grow up and for years you hear, for example, that like that the things you do, they don't make any sense, or they are wrong just because they are wrong. Like, because even now I'm thinking, if I heard some kind of critic for at least, like, I don't know, professional writer,
Yeah.
it maybe could be okay. But mostly this bullshit was told by people who don't even write essays. Like, come on. But child doesn't get this. And like, yeah, you forget about it, and now you grow up, you know that they are not right, and nothing is wrong with your essays, or can be anything instead of essays. I just give this example. But still, the key point that the things you are do, they are wrong. They are not worth the attention and money, of course, as well. Like, so how will it be? Of course, people will not express themselves the way they could. And, it reminds me verses from the Bible, about talents. When God gave people a talent, and one man, he just uh, he just hidden them,
Hidden.
something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember this story? Do you
No, I
know the
don't know.
story
No,
from?
no, I don't know. Tell me.
Okay. Actually, I don't remember it completely, but it was a story that the God gave a talents to three different people, and they were all men. And actually, one used all of them like for people, for them, like for himself. And I do not remember about the second one, but I remember that one of the men who received the talent, he didn't use it. He
Yeah.
just he have hidden him the talent.
Okay.
Like, and that's what God say, like, why did you do that? Like, I gave it to you so you could express yourself, not just for hiding. And like, I do not remember the whole story, but that's what makes a point that
So
even
do you know why he hidden?
I don't remember actually. I need to check it
Okay.
again. But I think,
I will check it. I
or
will
was
find
he
it.
scared? I think he was scared of it or something like that. Like not scared of the talent, like he wasn't sure
If
that he
you have a
will do
talent,
it
you
or
should
something
show it.
like that. So he didn't think he's worth it, something like this.
I see.
I'm not sure about it, so I hope people not gonna judge me if they hear this.
Don't
Like, but
worry. But
people
if
who know the story, they know what I mean.
okay, okay. But if you have a ta talent, I think
Yeah,
you should show it because people will be happy.
yeah,
I like to see talented people, to be honest.
same.
They inspire me. They give
Yeah,
energy to me. So if you have a talent, show it and be proud of it. Why not?
yeah. And I think every single person has a talent. Like, it doesn't have to be talent, because for most people, talent is being extremely smart or being able to do some art like paint or dance or sing, but it doesn't have to be. For
Yeah.
example, some people, I've got one cousin, I've got lots of cousins, and my grandma, she says, of course, not in front of everyone, but she said to me personally that he doesn't have that much intelligence. Like he's not smart enough, but for me, that's stupid to say like that. Okay, maybe, yeah, because she said, starting at school,
Yeah.
it's hard for him. Okay, but maybe he could be good at sport or doing something with his hands. You never know. Like that's
Yeah.
why I think the first mission of the parents is to recognize what's your child's talent and being able to create an environment when the child can express themselves.
No, I definitely agree. If
Yeah,
someone fails in one area, it doesn't mean that that person will fail everywhere
yeah,
because she didn't try all the options yet. Who knows?
yeah,
Just let that person have the chance to try all the possibilities. Then we will be able to see it. Yeah.
agree.
Yeah. Uliana, do you think that it's a good time to finish?
Yeah, sure. If you think so, yes.
I think this is very good, but
Yeah.
maybe we should do it again. I don't know. After a few months. If
Of
you
course,
like it.
I'm more than happy to do. We can even discuss if you want specific topic, as I told you.
Yeah. But
Even
I just
if you
follow
want, I could
the
even prepare myself, like to find some researches, or even like here with the Bible, I can find the proper verse.
don't worry. To be honest, I just wanted to follow. I didn't want to bring a structure to this conversation because I thought it would be better, just follow connected topics to topic. We flow from topic to topic. And I think this
Yeah,
was nice. People don't do these kinds of things anymore.
yeah,
And to be honest, I don't like it. This is why I like to show people that people have many things to tell,
yeah,
and they don't do it anymore. And I'm
yeah,
very upset about this, to be honest, because we reached to a point in our society in
mhm,
2026.
yeah,
People are scared. People are scared to be vulnerable. People are scared
yeah,
to tell weakness of themselves or
yeah,
traumas that they are carrying out until today. And I think this is not a problem. This is not something that we need to hide. We are
yeah,
human. We are just human. I can speak about myself. I have defects, I have good part, I have bad part. I am
yeah,
trying to tame bad parts and I am trying to be better in my good parts. And and the thing we are missing in this modern time, people are not sharing more anymore. I think this is big problem. I see, for
agree.
example, some talks. I cannot watch them, on some interviews or TVs. It looks so fake to me. People are, if you let people if you make people that they are not being judged, you know, they will be, they will do many things. I think all people have these kinds of abilities, as you said, you know. If one person failed one in one area, it doesn't mean that that person will fail in other areas as well. So it is the
Mhm.
same here. And actually, I don't know. We reached the we reached that we are being successful,
Yeah.
or aim. I'm not sure about it. This is the first time I am doing this in the UK. How do you feel about this? Did you like it?
Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. First, as
Really?
I told you, I really like to talk. I really like to talk, and I think even podcasts, it's an amazing opportunity to
Yeah.
talk first because you cannot do it at work that much usually, yeah,
Yeah.
because you have to do your job. Like with the family, it depends, they will not understand everything. Like, with a partner can be the same. And actually, this is, yeah, quite good opportunity, and you can find kind of people who have same opinions as you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, new experiences always have positive influence. And uh, as I told before, someone can call me narcissistic, but I consider ourselves as a smart people. So spreading smart opinions is quite useful. I heard even a saying that, for example, if uh, not priests, these people who pray in the mountains. It's not priest, something different.
I don't know. The yoga
Okay,
people? I
so
don't know.
if a person who does spiritual development, if they, for example, pray and they found out some new things, for example,
Yeah.
and if they do not share it with anyone,
Yeah.
it means that all the job they did, all their prayings, all their fasting and the stuff, it makes no sense at all.
Yeah. It is gone.
So,
No one knows it.
yeah. So, and actually, yeah, life is a movement. So, if we are smart, we have smart opinions, we have to share it.
This is a
Yeah.
very good end. I like it.
Thank you.
This is very good. Okay, we can do one more, maybe after 1 month or 2 months. I think.
Of course. As
Um,
many as you wish. I love to talk.
okay, okay, okay.
Any topic, even with more people, I'm more than happy.
Okay. Then thank you very much. Any last sentence from you? Just say it, and I will terminate the recording.
Last sentence. Let me think about it.
Okay.
I think, what can I say? Let's be more open
Yeah.
and brave enough to call ourselves beautiful, smart, or whatever we think about ourselves truly.
Okay. This is perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you as well.